Early on August 10th, at least 35 people died after the Kiteezi Landfill collapsed, spewing garbage all over the area. For weeks, the Prime Minister's office coordinated a search and rescue effort in which more than 15 people were recovered alive, while over 300 were displaced after their homes collapsed. The disaster came weeks after the Director of Public Health, Dr. Daniel Okello, urged the KCCA management to close down the landfill since it had exceeded its capacity. The report was largely ignored before the disaster happened. Since then, the President commissioned an investigation into what happened, while KCCA finally closed the landfill, creating a waste management crisis. The report found 3 officials culpable, as the IGG spokesperson, Munira Ali Bablo.
You recall that the President was actually the initial complainant, and he directed us to investigate matters of Kiteezi, and which we did. And thereafter we shared a report with him on some of the interim findings. The outcome of the report is what we are seeing now. So we are also waiting for further instructions and guidance on how to move the report further. But right now we cannot discuss the details of that report right now because he's still looking at the recommendations, and then we shall be guided. The report has been with the President for a while because we were able to conclude our investigations within about 3 weeks from the time we actually took on the matter. So he was reviewing the recommendations and has therefore decided to take action.
Before this, the Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago also cited the 3 people as responsible for the crisis in Kiteezi.
We have cited the public standing orders, which are very, very clear. Once one is subjected to investigations of that nature, they are required to step aside to pave way for smooth investigations. They are not supposed to stay on job. This is what Mr. Museveni ought to have done. Around that time, he did not do so. Now, the report comes almost 2 months after the incident. That's very, very absurd.
We sought the views of MPs from Kampala who were equally impacted by the disaster.
Then he has directed the Public Service Commission to advertise for the positions of the Executive Director, Deputy Executive Director, and Director Health. So they are going to advertise starting from tomorrow.
I don't think it is the only reason which should be based on to change the Executive Director of Kampala and some of her executives. No, I think there are so many reasons. Because the city has been neglected. We have been giving the city management so much money in billions to construct markets, to do roads, to clean up the city, but everything has been in a mess for the last 4.5 years.
There are people who have embezzled money. There are people who have taken money, even here in Parliament, and we are struggling to get rid of them, and government is fighting us. So where we expect government to rise up, it remains seated. And where we expect it to understand, it punishes the wrong people.
David Ijjo, NTV, Tonight.